bit of a nerve-wracking situation. You're at Royal Ascot, you've never had a runner overseas, you're standing there, probably yourself in fairness. One of the representatives from the royal family comes over and says, oh, the king will see you now. And it hadn't been discussed at all prior to it. Well, I'm that nervous, it's just like, well, righto. And there was no etiquette lesson, there was no, this is how you approach this situation. Finished tightening the horse up, it's gone out the walks. I've sort of run down to the mounting yard with these guys sort of flanking me. The king's there waiting and the queen next to him, and I've rolled in, and with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of everyone telling me, you're supposed to bow, and I didn't know whether it was a Your Majesty or Sir or Your Highness or what it was. I can't remember what I rolled with. It was all a bit of a blur. We just chatted about his time in Australia and where I was from, and he said he was coming out here in the not too distant future, and he said, yeah, we'll catch up down at the pub or whatever. And he was very, very casual about it. He was very laid back. He wasn't what you'd expect. All his minders get quite serious about life, and I got told off a couple of times for the Aussie handshake when you shake someone's hand and just you grab their elbow or something like that. You can't do that. I don't see the funny side of that. I was supposed to take off my top hat, which obviously didn't happen, so there's some great photos of the king and I both in our top hats reading the form guide, which not too many people have got a photo of because they've all got their hats off. It was almost like this Aussie from nowhere's come over and he's talking to the king like they're mates or something like that. And it wasn't like that at all, but it sort of looked like that looking back on it, and a ridiculous experience, to be honest. And I said, it's great to meet you before the race, terrific, but can we just put a lay-by on it for after the race? I'd love to meet you more then when you're presenting the trophy. And he said, oh, we'll see if we can make that happen. And then after the race, he said, I told you I'd make this happen. He said I had something on it and the rest of it, so he was very jovial about it. It was just one of those extraordinary experiences in life, and one that I'll never forget.